Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the 28th episode. Sorry, we're not doing numbers. Some arbitrary episode of the Totally Unqualified podcast. If you don't recognize us, we look so different.
We do. Look at my colorful shirt.
No, not because of our looks, because of the scenery.
I know, but we're on our summer edition.
Okay. I was going to say because I look so tan, you just had no idea who I was.
Well, I look very colorful.
Not tan, though. She doesn't sit on the beach at all.
Very little.
She's allergic to the sun. She hates the sun.
I don't hate the sun. I like the sun. I just feel like as I get older, the sun
she
is
hates
not good for
the
me.
sun.
And by the way, I just want you to know I'm wearing a t-shirt that Ava made maybe when she was 10 years old at camp.
Okay, I was much older than 10 because look at how good that rainbow is.
It's outstanding. That's
no,
why
I made that when I was a counselor. Like
you did?
Yeah, like I was like
Wait,
17.
Have I worn this before and told everybody that on the back, what's it say?
Yeah, we stole this from the Katz sisters. It says,
what's it say?
Sweet lips on the back, and I brought it to camp and tie-dyed it.
And then I was once walking down the West Side Highway, going to your high school to pick up your transcript, and a guy on a bike yelled to me, "Hey, sweet lips," and I was very embarrassed.
Yeah, so I tie-dyed that when I was about 17, which is why it's so amazing.
It's
Look
so
at
amazing.
that.
Look at how good it is. Everybody want to see I'm standing up for the people
It's
watching.
so good.
It's
like I
if
killed
you wanted to see the back.
No.
Please.
It's going to be cut out. You're too tall for what the camera can capture.
Okay, I just want everyone to see the caption on the back.
Coca-Cola Light.
Oh, no more singing. I'm doing a housekeeping this week. You know what a housekeeping is? One of our fans said to me,
that they love my singing.
Not exactly.
Yeah.
You know what the fans said?
They said it's funny.
They said Eva's doing a lot of singing.
Yeah.
I hear you when you tell her not to sing.
I don't think they said that.
A fan
I
said it.
don't think
Yes,
they said that. I
fan
believe I was told that the fan loved my singing and
fan
thought it
did
was
not love your
really
singing.
funny.
I just don't want to hurt your feelings.
No, my feelings aren't hurt because I know the truth. My
And the
singing
truth
is good.
Okay.
Oh, what was that?
Nothing.
Okay, housekeep.
Yes. Okay, so that was a housekeeping. And then I do have another housekeeping. So one of our fans, one of my dearest friends, also known as...
Oh my God. Just say it.
Best friend, listened to the last episode and was screaming because she was mentioned. She was in her car with her daughter. And she told me that she had actually forgotten the go on 3 dates rule, because we were talking about first dates. She had forgotten the go on 3 dates rule, also known as date 'em till you hate 'em, that she termed. And her daughter was in the car and her daughter was cracking up. So I just want to say that I think we should make date 'em till you hate 'em.
You should trademark it.
Exactly. This is what I think. Do you know a long time ago when I was working in the magazine business, I actually worked with one of my colleagues and we tried to write the book. Date 'em till you hate 'em. We wrote a sample chapter.
And what happened?
We just weren't that into it. We weren't into the hymn. We weren't that into it. I don't know. I didn't have a lot of advice. The advice was just that. That can't make a whole book.
Date 'em till you hate 'em and JLA are our 2 terms that we need to trademark.
JLA.
Just laying around.
Eric, our dear friend Eric from Atlanta.
AKA Schwartzy.
Yep. JLA.
JLA.
Okay, so that was the only housekeeping. I really wanted to point out that I think we all need to put Date 'em Till You Hate 'em into the culture sphere and make that something.
Into the cultural zeitgeist,
Yes,
do you mean?
And I think that would be amazing. And then we can say that our dear friend...
People who use the word zeitgeist, like, as a part of their vocabulary.
I think I've been known to use the word zeitgeist.
Oh, my God. Unbearable. You know, as I'm sitting here, I just want to let you know, obviously we're in a new environment. We're down at the beach at Bubby's house. And
it's just surrounded with Bubby.
It is. But as I sit here and I'm looking at all of the pictures she has hung up, I do have to say, I'm not crying favoritism because we have done some counting in the past and the most amount of pictures in the house are of Mitchell. So we all think that Mitchell was obviously the favorite. But in this dining room, I am the only one with the solo shot hung up. I think
Yeah,
that's
there's
worth
another solo shot over there of you. So cute. Ava with a baseball glove.
I
and
have
a
two
dress.
solo
Adorable.
shots in the dining
but Mitchell
room.
is now shooting a bow and arrow over there.
No,
at
well,
camp.
Mitchell has the most.
I'm
We all
gonna
know that
say
Mitchell. But I
am
have a
not
big one.
featured super
No,
prominently.
you're not featured.
I've barely at all.
It's actually
here.
funny.
I'm
It's
barely
funny.
here in the dining room of our home. There are a lot of fish. Bubby was a big fish lover, and I'm going to say plaques.
There are so many fish.
Platters. There's a whale platter. We have our mermaid. This was one of Bubby's
We
favorite in
could.
back of us.
I honestly think I don't even think we could count the number of fish in this house. Although there is no mermaid. Oh, there are fish above us as well.
I'm going to say I count 9 right here, right now. 9, 10, 11.
1, 2, 3, 4.
There are salt and
5,
pepper shakers. There are
6,
candle holders that are
7,
fish.
8.
There are several platters.
9,
there are
10, 11,
wines.
12, 13.
There are
Are those fish?
There are key holders. Those
14.
Are fish. Those are koi. Those are koi.
There are
fishermen.
14,
Wait,
15,
you got the
16.
candle. There are candle holders.
Yeah, that's 16.
Wow, we have a lot of fish just in the dining room.
I'm looking at
And
one
look
in
at
the
these.
kitchen.
These
I
are,
counted those.
Those are salad tongs that look like fish. Those are actually very nice. I don't think anyone
I
ever used
honestly have never realized how much Bubby loves fish until now.
them. Do you know why?
why she oh yeah, because of her sign.
That's right. Bubby was a Pisces. And
So
she
she loves
always said
fish.
she was a fish. She's like, I'm a fish. So she was indeed a fish. Okay.
Okay. Anyway, love and hate of the week.
Yes. Okay. I'm on my summer edition. My love is this morning I got up before work with friends and played pickleball. And I think I really like it. Like, I'm not at the love yet, but I really like it.
We have a friend who she plays pickleball with that is so good at pickleball. It is
Yes.
almost intimidating to play
is
with her.
Not almost. I got to say today, the ladies were a little hard. They were a little harsh because I'm not good, because I'm new at it. And guess what? One of the ladies we've known a long time, she's a very good tennis player. Wow, she had a slice. And I was intimidated. But here's the thing I love. Not only do I really like pickleball, and I think I could be pretty good if I worked at it more, I love the idea of exercising really early in the morning. And then you come home. I came home by 8 o'clock. I had already done a lot of exercise. It was a beautiful day.
I'm not
and I
saying that I
accomplished something.
trend set, but I do work out early as well.
I get it. I see why people do it. And in fact, we did have a conversation, our friend Marcy and I, about playing early in the morning versus late. And I like early morning. The other two ladies like to play late in the afternoon.
No, I like an early morning. Also, I do just want to say there are people, I'm not talking about who you're playing with, I'm talking about from my past experience. There are people that play pickleball that are very unathletic but can hit it really hard.
Yes.
It's not an athleticism game, I've realized.
You know what? These ladies, because they're very good, or these women, play at the net, so they're good, right? Like I said, I can't play at the net. Like I am not coordinated enough. I need to step back to like run in for the shot. But these women rally at the net, and it scares the crap out of me.
But that's what I'm saying. You don't have to really be that
No.
athletic, because there are some people that are just, bam,
No.
bam.
And you weirdly move sideways.
I
You just
know.
like shuffle sideways, shuffle back sideways, shuffle sideways. So I'm not sure I would like it if I were good. I like that I am bad, so I run around. But I love the idea of working out in the morning. That's my love.
My love of this week is, if you follow Linus Leventhal on Instagram, what?
Yes. I know
I've
what
been
you're
teaching
saying.
him how to swim, and it literally feels like motherhood. He took his first paddles the other day, and I almost started crying. I felt like I was teaching my child something new. I'm not kidding. He hates it. He hates swimming. He hates his life jacket. He hates the whole thing.
I don't think you told everybody. She ordered and he wears a life jacket
He has
and
to.
his leash. So she's like holding him by a handle on the life jacket, dropping him
I
in.
was scared that he was gonna drown.
He did paddle.
He paddles. Now, he doesn't need the leash. The leash is more so because he gets the zoomies after he swims, and we don't jump into the water yet because he's not advanced enough, and he keeps his mouth open when he goes in, which is bad. He needs to learn to shut his
not good.
mouth. So where was I?
That you love the fact that you're
Oh,
teaching
so
the dog to
if we
swim.
just like went into the deep end instead of walking in, which is what we've been doing, then I wouldn't leash.
I do want to say that the best part of the videos was after the first day that he swam, there was a woman on the shore who you can hear, who you can't see, but you hear in Ava's video, so excited, and Ava's yelling, "It's his first swim! I just taught him to swim. It's his first time." And the woman is like ecstatic with Ava.
So he's a fish.
Absurd. He's not
a
a fish. He
fish.
doesn't like it. He does it, but I don't think he likes it.
One day we're going to go out on the boat and I'm going to jump off the boat and Linus is going to come follow me out in his little life jacket.
Okay. And until he closes his mouth in the water, that day is not going to happen.
I know he was literally coughing when he got out.
That
I
is
felt
not
that he
good.
was
I'm very concerned. He's going to get water in his lungs. Okay. Follow Linus. It is very cute, I must say.
he's perfect.
Should we do our hates? Do you want to do your hate first?
Yeah, my hate of the week is we're staying here for an extended amount of time and that has given me a fair share of my solo time. Which is good. I like being alone, but honestly, I do find myself getting a little bit lonely at night because I don't have anybody to watch my shows with, and the person sitting to the right of me watches terrible shows that I hate, so she is not an option. And so this is my plea for my brother to come back because he watches my shows with me.
He's very
or
busy
my
at work.
cousins.
He's very busy at work, so he can't come. I do want to say, before you feel bad for Ava, we've been doing a lot of activities. We had game night the other night at a friend's. Tonight we're going to a restaurant that has trivia
I'm
night.
not saying that I don't have enough to do it. It's when I get home afterwards.
After the activity, you mean?
Yes. No
Okay.
one watches the show with me because you're watching some British drama.
That is true.
That-
That is what I watch, but I'm
so
going to say
dumb.
this. I mean, Love Island, I can't even. That's just ridiculous crap.
Anyway,
Okay.
so this
Can I
is
do my hate?
my plea.
I'd like to do my hate, which is last night we went out. We've been sampling some of the restaurants in town that we never go to because we don't eat out a tremendous lot.
Nantasket Beach Restaurant Week, as it's being called.
Yes, Ava and I have established our own restaurant week where we're going out every night, or not every night because I can't eat out every
Well, actually, this is our third night out.
I know it's a lot. We usually cook, but okay, we're trying restaurants that we've never tried before, so that's really fun. And you know what I decided last night at the restaurant we're at? I really hate all these craft cocktail situations. It really
I kind of
bothers me.
agree. Just like give me the normal one.
I can't. A Nantasket cooler, this kind of margarita, or that kind of tequila. Come on. I just want a plain drink. Just give me a vodka tonic or a vodka soda. or
Okay, I don't
whatever.
think you need to go that basic, but it's just like, let's get some solid options out there and keep it that way.
Yeah, I also don't like that there are a million kinds of gins.
I
right? There are all
know.
these craft gins and there are these craft
I know, and I also
tequilas.
don't
It
like
really
that they
bothers
don't
me.
ask.
What do you mean?
They don't ask what type you want.
Well, they do if you
usually.
order a normal drink, like myself.
Yeah.
Where I order a vodka tonic and I specify the vodka.
Right, but if you order like one of
they
the,
are pre-made. Like there are special kinds of mules. What did you order the other night that was not really a Moscow mule? It was a something else kind of mule. It was ridiculous. I don't like it.
I
It's
don't remember where.
I don't remember, but
Me either.
it was not.
I know. Bring back the standard drink. Also, we don't need the restaurant name in the title of the drink.
Yes, I agree with that.
I
just want to tell
I don't
people
need
what was
Sally's,
in my cooler.
I don't need Sally's downtown whiskey sour. Like,
Exactly.
shut up.
Last night in my drink was cucumber something, watermelon, some sort of simple syrup, and some sort of alcohol. You know what? She convinced me to get it.
It wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad, but it wasn't good.
Okay, I understand.
So
I like that one.
Let's just go back to regular cocktails. I'd like a martini, please, straight up, dirty, with the three
Well, but you
olives.
could have ordered that.
I know, but I just can't with this menu
I
situation.
more so find it annoying when they try to put a twist on a classic.
Like the mule. There was some
Right,
sort
but
of
yours
crazy mule.
yours was its own unique thing.
It was, but didn't they have a twist on the Aperol Spritz last night? That annoyed
No.
me. And I want to say for the record, Ava ordered a margarita that was orange. Yes,
It was
orange.
gross. It was bad.
It was orange. Have
well,
you
it was
ever
a
seen an
spicy
orange
margarita, but it was like cayenne.
it was
bad.
literally neon orange.
No, it was bad.
Okay, not acceptable.
Um.
Okay.
Okay. Exhausted
on.
those. So our listener question of the week was written into us by a listener.
Yes.
And it was about somebody that the listener knows has gone on 3 dates with somebody.
Okay.
And on the third date, they found out that they have differing political views.
Ah, yes.
And they are unsure about what to do to continue.
I hear them.
Now, in the past, I would say it's not that big of a deal, but since there has been such a political divide as of the past few years, I feel like this could be a deal breaker. And so my advice is, I think it really depends on if you see something with this person. If you don't see something and they have differing political views, then I say it's done. And 3 dates. So they've dated until they've hated. But if you really like them and the only issue is the political view, I think that can be something that's worked with. But if it's like a super extreme difference, you might not be able to overcome it, but I think it's worth the try.
Yeah, I think in a normal world, you would think everybody can have different opinions and we all hear each other and it's no big deal. But it feels like we're living in extraordinary times where you're right. It feels super polar opposition and like people are not able to hear an alternative side and to give space to debate, right? Civil debate. So I think it would depend on whether or not you and the other person can actually hear each other and listen to each other and be respectful of each other's opinions, right? I think there are differing opinions, but then there are different values maybe that might be a deal breaker, but differing opinions may not. Does that sound?
Yeah. I'm also curious about if the other person finds that having different political views is a deal breaker for them. Like they might end it
right
before you.
Yes.
Because that could be something that's not right for them. I guess it's really about how much you want to compromise. And if you foresee there being the ability to compromise.
Well, but is it compromising? Because I'm thinking about James Carville and Mary Madeline. Do you know who they are?
Yes.
They're this famous couple
Yes.
from the Clinton era, and one is a Republican, one's a Democrat. They're married, and somehow they made it work, right? And they make it work. And so I think you could possibly put politics aside if you agree on everything else. The problem is that there's so much... It feels so weighty now with whether you're one way or the other because there are a lot of weighty social issues involved that maybe that would be a deal breaker.
When I say compromise, I don't mean in the way that you change your opinion. I more so mean in the way that you accept the opinion of the other person.
Yes. Yes, I agree.
Like, I don't think either person has to change. I don't think...
No,
I just think
so
that
either.
you then have to accept the difference. And
Right.
if you're not willing to accept and compromise that you guys
Yes.
have different points of view.
And maybe there would be certain areas that you're not going to talk about, which I do think would be hard because in a relationship,
Yeah, I think it's weird.
You want to be able to talk about everything with the person you're closest to.
Yeah.
But maybe there would be civil debate that you could have that would be okay. I think it's likely that it would not work.
I
feel
just
like
don't
that
think
it
it's
wouldn't work.
a reason to end it. I think the more of the reason to end it would be they have different political views and they value misogyny.
Right.
And I don't want to be with somebody misogynistic.
Yes.
I don't think it's like they voted for this person, so we're done. Like, I think that it's how that is then portrayed.
Yeah, I wonder too. I'm thinking about this because we do know someone who they did break up because of differing political views. And I wonder how much it's political and how much it potentially would be not really political, but like family values and socioeconomics,
Yeah.
you know, like this person was used to living like very fancy and driving a really expensive car, and the other person's family didn't really do that and valued other things. And so maybe it wasn't really about politics, even though that person voted one way and the other one voted the other.
Right. It was about their values.
Yes. So it seems to me that it's not a reason to break up, but it's a reason to
consider
well,
the
just see
lifespan?
how it would go,
Yeah.
right? If the person if it's upsetting to you when they voice their political opinion, then that would be a no-go.
It also would be a consistent thing that would come up unless somehow somebody changed. You know what I mean? But it would be one of those like consistent arguments or one of those consistent points of contention.
You know what's so weird as I'm thinking about this? How come that would be a no-go, but people of different religions get married all the time, and they've got differing values in terms of religion and opinions. And how come that works?
Because it depends on the religion. Like the three major monotheistic religions all kind of believe in the same sphere.
Do they, though? I mean, I don't believe in hell.
You don't believe in
believe
hell,
I'm
but
a
we all
sinner.
believe in the same God.
I don't believe I'm a sinner who is
no,
supposed to
but
repent.
it's the same God.
You believe in one God.
Some interfaith relationships don't work.
No, I know, but there are a lot that do. And I'm not sure, does that really have anything to... I mean,
also,
if you're a Buddhist and a Jew, I think you could be married.
Yeah, and... because it's not monotheistic?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm just saying there's more commonality within...
Yeah, I think that's true, but...
I also think that, like, religion is something that you either kind of incorporate into your life or you don't. So, like, for a lot of people who aren't deeply religious, like, they might not be practicing. But, like, to vote, if you're an engaged citizen of the world, you should be voting.
But not everybody is really political, right?
But in this case, they both have their views.
Right. In this
then the
case,
difference is being apolitical and political.
Right. Like, your brother is apolitical.
I don't know if he'd want us to talk about him.
Okay.
All right.
Let's move on.
You
want to talk about our big topic?
You want to talk about our big topic.
I do.
You're asking me, but it's your topic.
Oh, yes. Okay. So I'm going to introduce our topic, which is... I've been thinking, since we were talking about first dates, I've been thinking about relationships, and I've been thinking about long-term relationships like mine, my marriage, and short-term, like Ava dating people. And I was thinking, what?
Just the way Ava dating people.
Yeah, you're dating people. And I was thinking about whether or not you can be too independent in a relationship. Like, is there a warning sign that independence can look like something else, which would not feel good to the other person?
The reason why she got this topic is because we just watched, what did we just watch? What's it called?
Yeah, the movie with Pedro Pascal and
No. Well,
And
we
what's her
literally
name?
just watched.
Which one? Oh, I thought we were talking about the Dakota Johnson one.
No, Sandra Bullock.
Oh, The Proposal.
We just watched The Proposal, and
We know it's
Sandra
old.
Bullock's character, like, is this boss woman who can, like, do everything for herself. So I'm sure that's why you chose this topic.
Not really, but okay.
Well, that
We'll
was
tie
literally
it-
the entire...
Let's tie it right in. Ryan Reynolds.
Don't
and
you think
Sandra
that's, like,
Bullock.
the entire
Yeah,
thing?
that
in the movie?
is.
It's funny.
Yes.
And as somebody who's extremely independent and likes to do their own thing, this made me, when this topic was first discussed, it made me think about how in my last relationship, one of the things that I was most upset with myself about is that I feel like I compromised a little bit too much in terms of like the things that I wanted to do. And like I was so happy to like do anything that I kind of forwent what I wanted to do so we could like do all the things that he wanted to do, which isn't a bad thing. I was happy to do it, but more so looking back, I'm like, wow, I feel like I didn't really give myself as much of a say in like what I wanted to do. And, you know, not that that necessarily means being independent, but more so like, you know, going places that were of interest to me that I would usually go to if I was on my own or bring a friend with. And so I think this idea of like compromising with somebody is something unfamiliar because I'm so independent and I feel like I leaned into the compromise a little bit too much. And so hopefully the next time around I will compromise less, because I do think that you need to have your own life and do the things that you want to do even when you're in a relationship. And that, yes, being too independent is like maybe an issue, but like honestly, is the issue more not the masculinity of the person you're with? Like if you're with somebody who's scared of your independence, maybe it's commentary on them.
No, but guess what? I have a completely different take. That's very interesting. I hear exactly what you're saying and about the relationship and not wanting to give up yourself. It shouldn't be an either or. It should be an and, right? Mm-hmm. You have your own time and do your own thing, and you have your relationship. But I was thinking about in marriage, right? Like Dad and I have been married a long time. I am very independent. I'm very self-sufficient. Dad works a lot. I do not mind now. I used to mind a lot. And I have lots to do. But I think sometimes that you can you can call it independence, but maybe it's not that. And it can be seen by the other person as distance. Mm-hmm. So
what's an example?
So maybe I'm super independent, and so I don't text Dad a lot during the day, and I'm not in touch with him. And maybe that is not good and healthy for our relationship. Like maybe we need to be more in touch to be more in sync with each other.
Because Dad's texting you all the time.
No, but I'm
kidding. I'm kidding. I know it's an
saying
example.
That I think sometimes independence can actually be a deflection from intimacy.
Yeah, I don't disagree.
That could be a bad thing in a relationship, right? That maybe something that I call independence maybe means that I don't open up enough and ask for help enough, or that I don't share my feelings enough, and then I get upset and just say, well, forget it, I'll just take care of myself, right? So I think there are different ways of being independent, and while I totally hear you and support this idea of I want to do my own thing, right? I want to be with my friends. You and I were just talking in the car that I like to, one of my friends who's single is always shocked that I say yes to everything, because a lot of her married friends will only do something in couples, which I think is insanely weird.
I think that part of it is being your own person, and part of it is making sure that you don't lose your sense of self. But if you are an independent person,
yes,
how do you then de-independent yourself?
Well, that's what I think you have to be mindful, right? Like I'm thinking about my relationship and being mindful, because I think that I can be too independent, right? That you can begin to act like you're like in a relationship, but you're not really in a relationship.
But then I kind of think that if your partner is feeling like you are too independent, then it's kind of up to them to be like, I need you to share more with me. I don't think the burden is on you to make yourself less independent. I think the burden is on the partner to understand that they might want to feel more of a partnership.
Well, I think it's both. I think, yeah, you're right. The partner should say something if the partner's upset, but I'm just thinking
So what? You should be more emotionally forthcoming?
I think so. I think that maybe sometimes some of us hide in independence when it's too scary to have like this intimacy or ask for something emotional that you may need. And so you just dress it up as independence and keep going on, as opposed to saying like, you know what? I actually think that we should talk every night before we go to bed when we're not together or something. So that to me felt like, well, maybe you could be too independent in a way.
I just like live in fear of being like that coupley couple. Do you know what I mean? Like
totally.
The other way is like so much worse to me that I'm like, ugh. I'm like, I know that you should be like open and sharing with your partner. And obviously that's really a necessary part of any relationship. But the other way is way worse to me. Like, I feel like everybody needs to be their own person.
Well, we were also just talking about this, which we didn't even really relate that this was going to be part of, that this cycles in. But we all have friends that are those people that choose their relationship over the friendship, over friendships, right?
Yeah.
Like they're just totally in the relationship. They kind of blow you off. They only want to go out if they bring their significant other. And you know what? That I think is very hard to handle as a friend.
Yeah.
As being the friend on the other side. And that to me does feel like a choice for lack of independence.
Yes. Agreed.
And I think there are consequences to that.
So if somebody were to get a soundbite from this episode and we were to say, hey, you're too independent in your partnership, in your relationship, you should do blank. What would your advice be? It would be to touch base more often. It would be to be more expressive with your feelings.
Yeah, I think maybe be vulnerable. And I even hate that word.
I know.
I'm not really that person.
I don't think it's like vulnerable. I think it's like communicating the thoughts that you feel are inherent, but somebody else might not pick up on.
Yes, that's exactly right. And
like, it's annoying. Like, I feel like such a good example is like, it's annoying when you leave your shit in the sink and you let that fester, and then you're like, well, I'll just do it.
Right.
I'll just clean the dishes and say nothing.
This is the emotional version of that.
Right. So then, like, you would then say, it really bothers me when you leave your shit in the sink.
Yes. But
rather than you just doing the dishes, because you're independent, you can take care of it yourself. And why would you bring it up? It's not worth bringing up. It's going to turn into a fight.
Exactly. But there is that other part that you brought up, which is, I think that we all have nurtured a sense of self, and that your sense of self is really important, particularly in a relationship, to know who you are and what you're about and what you like, and to spend time on your own. Like, I really value my time alone.
Agreed.
And I think not everybody does, but I think it's really good to have your independent time and to do things that you really like, not following what somebody else really likes. And if you don't do that, maybe think about that.
I agree. And what if, final question, what if your independence or your sharing of your feelings are not responded to well? You draw a boundary. You say, I don't like it when you go out to dinner with her and it's not respected. And then you're like coming forward with a feeling.
Yeah. I think if it's not respected, then you have a problem in your relationship that's bigger than the independence problem. It seems to me that that's like a couples therapy situation. No, really. I mean, if your person feels like you shouldn't be independent, is that what you're saying?
I'm saying more.
Or voice your feelings.
Yeah, I'm saying more so like if you're an independent person and then something is then discussed and not responded to well, what are you supposed to do?
I think that would be upsetting. And I think you need to say, I don't understand why you're not responding well to this, that I'm telling you something important that's important to me. I always feel like if something's important to you, it should be important to the couple, right? So, or important to them, then it's important to the couple. Like you should value each other and value. If it was important enough to bring it up, then please take it seriously.
I agree.
And think about it and let's talk about it. So to me, everybody has different levels of independence and how much they want to spend time on their own and do their own thing versus not, and be in a couple or not be in a couple. So it's personal preference, but it does feel like if somebody is not meeting you at your place or at least talking about it, that would be problematic.
I agree. Anything else to say?
No. Is this feeling like it's retro? Like I don't want to be like, oh, too independent or not independent.
No, I think that people do bottle up emotions when they are independent. And I think that especially for women, there's an expectation that you meet the man in your life more than halfway than they're meeting you. And I think that needs...
Is it men or partner? That'd be interesting.
I don't know. We got to get a lesbian couple in here.
We need a lesbian couple a lot.
I know. We need them a lot.
We do. I need to have a
It's not like we don't know any either. Like we could ask.
I know. We need to have our lesbians
I'm
on.
so interested. We compile a list.
We do. We need to ask this question because that would be an interesting one.
Yeah.
For me.
I wonder in a gay couple also the same. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Is it two men butting heads?
Exactly.
We're so heteronormative.
We are. It's not good.
All right, everybody.
Enjoy the summer. We'll
no.
What?
Call into the podcast on the Speak Pipe if you want to be featured.
Oracle, call in the Speak Pipe.
And yeah, we'll see you again next week.
Yeah, we'll be here. Bye.